Hello and welcome to our tutorials on accessibility features for the iPad. Accessibility is about making things available for everyone, using technology to help people overcome their disability. In these tutorials we will be taking a detailed look at accessibility features that this state-of-the-art operating system has to offer. Main areas accessibility reaches are people with physical motor challenges, vision needs, hearing loss, and learning disabilities. So let's start by taking a look at some of the vision features and getting you up to speed on what it has to offer. By choosing Settings, then General, then Accessibility. VoiceOver is a built-in screen reader that will read out everything on your device. By enabling the VoiceOver feature, this will change how the user can interact with their iPad. VoiceOver will then speak anything that is selected. You can speed up or slow down the voice using the speak rate control. Speak hints may provide instructions for you or tell you the action of the item. Pitch change uses higher and lower pitches. When entering a letter, it will use a high pitch, and when deleting a letter, it will use a lower pitch. Sound effects is turned on by default and will alert you when there is a notification, message, etc. Braille is supported by a number of Braille codes. Contracted Braille is a grade 2, and in order to save space it is used like shorthand. Automatic Braille translation. By switching toggle off, this will allow you to have more time to translate. VoiceOver will transcribe your print documents into 8-dot Braille. Status cell provides a type of information, for example, indicate read and unread announcements. You can choose to view these on the left or right side of your screen. Using equations use Nemeth code, this can now speak and translate mathematical equations. By switching toggle on, the iPad will show an on-screen keyboard, but if you are using an RBD, refreshable Braille display, have this option switched off. Braille translation allows you to choose one of 3 English codes. You can select your Braille device here. Going back to VoiceOver, select Rotor. By customising the rotor options, this will allow you to use a virtual control by using 2 fingers like turning an actual dial. It lets you learn new gestures. By browsing the web more quickly, and the effect of the rotor all depends on what you are doing. It can jump from headers to links, or speak text word for word, line by line, etc. Languages and dialects is set as a default to British English. You can change this option to suit your needs. You can also switch toggle on to enhance the quality of the voice. You can also add a new language to the rotor. Going back to VoiceOver, you have an option to turn off phonetic feedback or select between characters or phonetic only. Typing feedback gives you an option between on-screen keyboard or connected keyboard. You can also select word or characters, for example, VoiceOver will say tango or T. You can select to have both options. Speak notifications, switch toggle on, and this will then read out any notifications you may have. Navigate images is set as a default to always. You can choose to have images with descriptions or never. By switching the toggle on, the larger cursor will display larger and thicker. Clicking on Accessibilities. Zoom is a feature that makes everything from icons to text bigger and easier to see. Back to Accessibilities. Inverted colours is easier on the eye for people who may be sensitive to brightness, people with low vision or people with colour blindness. By turning on speech selection, you can choose a voice and the rate of speech. You can also have selected words to be highlighted. Back to Accessibility. Speech Auto Text is an automatic correction tool and is easy to use for people with low vision or blind. Larger text allows you to see how you would like to view your text. Bold text will make the font appear richer and thicker in either black or white. You will have to restart your iPad with this option. Button shapes, when switched on, highlight accountable items grey. Increased contrast makes it easier to reduce transparency. Darken colours and reduce white points. Reduce motion can be switched on to smooth out pans, zooms, zoom parallax and some other elements on the iPad. This could prevent vertigo. On-off labels adds a 1 and 0 that is more visible to your toggle switches. Join us next time with more tutorials on accessibility features.